Hey YouTube, what's up, Rafe? Yeah, the keeper here. Giving a quick recap of Atlanta. I scrubbed out. Yeah, I'll say right up front. I went X3 after 4 rounds. I won my first round 2-0 against Injectors. Round two, I had to face Blackwings. I royal tripped him first game. He scooped up. Game two, he opened up Ryo, and I opened up a full hand of stuff that was stopped by Ryo. But I probably still would have ended up winning that. He blind spaced a skill drain, so that sucked for me. And then later on, when I finally did join Necker Valley, um, I cleared up his field. I tried to bait out Ryo with Malefic Stardust, but he went bottomless instead. So then I just set Commandant and passed, and he attacked into it, so he couldn't get over it. So I waited until I drew a monster that I could get rid of something. Popped it with Descendant, popped his face down, bribed his Icarus attack. So he's left with 2 back rows and no monsters, and I have a Descendant, and I have a bribe set. So I go attack for game, flips D prison, I insta bribe. He draws, and he goes battle step book. I was upset. Set prison or torrential, and it ended up going until he drew a monster. He had no cards in hand because I royal tripped him for 6 cards after that point. No, 5 cards after that point. I royal tripped him, but he still was able to top deck more monsters. So Ryo really shut me down that game, and then Book won in the game. Then game 3, he just opened up broken, and I couldn't draw anything. So then I lost. So then I faced another Injector. Again, I royal tripped game 1. He lost, scooped up real fast. I didn't open up royal tribute. I royal tripped in turn 2, because he won the dice roll. So he went. I set. I had 2 back row and a face-up skill drain with my Necker Valley. So he went summon Dragonfly. I wait for Hornet to get onto the field, and then I activated skill drain. And then Hornet detaches because it's being held by the effect of Dragonfly. That's a tip that you guys should know if you're going to play skill drain against Injectors. I always let it happen because obviously I'm playing Gravekeepers, so I kind of want it in the graveyard when I have Necker Valley, so they can't really touch it again. It's a lot better than them having Hornet in hand. So always wait for them to attach it. So they call priority, let them go. Let them attach it, and then you just go skill drain at once it hits. So they go -1 in the hand, and then it goes to the graveyard. Sure, if you're not playing any of the decks like that, it works, it's fine, but I'd still rather have them go -1 in the hand so you know they have 1 less card in hand. One less thing to worry about and factor out in your head. So you only have to factor in their draw phase. Next, he ended up playing heavy, so I had no protection. But obviously he knows I'm playing road, and he told me, "Oh, I was scared of the road," but I think I had to heavy there anyway. Game 3, I don't open up like amazing. I opened up pretty well. I opened up 3 traps, all good ones against Injectors. Set 2 of them, played my Necker Valley. I set Skill Drain, I set um, a blank card, and I think it was a bottomless or a warning, and my Necker Valley, and I set a monster and I passed. He went summon, I went Skill Drain, he let that happen, and then he passed. I don't set anything. I draw another. I draw like I forgot what I draw. I drew something. Whatever. It didn't matter. I passed. He went and he dualityed into an MST and passed his turn. I know he may have set a monster, but he passed his turn. Didn't set the MST. He didn't do anything. Didn't activate it. Just passed his turn after the duality. I draw into Magic Cylinder, which I changed my build last minute, guys. I ran double Magic Cylinder Ceasefire, no Dynas. Still kept the 1 Veiler, Sidra, and everything else. So then I went, mind you, he also had Heavy Storm to start the game. So what he said he was going to do was he was going to MST the face down and then Heavy Storm because he was scared of Starlight Road again. I couldn't show Starlight Road to save my life. I set the other two back row the preceding turn after he just passed after taking the space. So I'm like, all right. So even if he has heavy now he knows that I have protection, or at least that's what you have to give the mindset to. So he goes. I set the two. I set a monster and I passed. He goes. Draws. Plays heavy. Doesn't MST anything. Heavy. Like, I lose. I lose. I couldn't draw Starlight Road. I obviously sided out my bribes because they're dead against the Inzectors. So I have to factor in that one card that he just happened to draw every game. Yeah, game one he heavied MST and bottomless first turn. So, but that's fine. It's two back row. Sure, you don't always have to play coy against two back row. But when you see 3 and 5 or 4 and 5, you gotta at least give me some kind of credit there. I'm sorry. I just think it's a horrible play. Sure, benefited him twice in a row. Whatever. Anyway, so then round 4, I face a Nordic deck. I was just like, what the fuck? Anyway, went through the whole process. I won game 1. I really shouldn't have. If the guy had half a clue of what he was doing, I shouldn't have won. Actually, no, I lost game 1 because he kept adding shit to hand. Game 2 is what I won. But if he had half an idea of what he was actually doing, he would have won. Game 3. Game 3. So bad. Alright. So the kid has... Eventually he brings out Thor. Mind you, he's already used up one MST and a heavy. And I bribed the heavy. So he has 2 MSTs left. He brings out Thor. Somehow. Whatever. So I'm like, alright, whatever. I have a set spy and an assailant and attack mode. He decides to attack over the set spy. And Thor has something where it says once per turn you can negate all face effects of your opponent's turn. Okay, so he's thinking that can activate in the damage step. Moron. So I call the judge. He rules in my favor. This kid asks for an appeal, loses, and then whatever. So I grab the Senate, and he says pass. Because he only had the Thor, and I know he has a Lance because I Royal Tribbed him earlier. So I know what his face down is. And he said another one. So it's like X and that. And a Lance. So I go draw. I use the effect of Descendant right away. Pop the Thor. Okay. I think I had a Recruiter in hand. Not 100% certain. So I summoned the Recruiter, or whatever I summoned. I attacked with it, and I attacked with the Descendant. He was like, sure, take both. I go main face. No, I couldn't have. I think I just passed my turn. I don't know what the hell I did, but all I know is that he went end phase space. He went end phase space. I think maybe his lance was in his hand actually, because he had nothing on the field. I really don't know. All I know is that he had to have space in back-to-back top decks in order to beat me. So he was space the field, Thor comes out again, and I'm like, oh, whatever. Next turn, he tries to do this bullshit again. Alright, so he went attack over Descendant, and I was like, alright, whatever. I draw, I set Spy, and I play the other Necro Valley from hand. He goes. He tries to activate his effect now that I have nothing face up. And then the judge is sitting right next to me. He's like, you can't even activate it. Like, so the kid clearly was stupid and just lucky. He attacks over the Spy. I grab another Descendant because I have a card in hand. Draw. Summon. Pop the Thor again. Search. Attack with Descendant. He lets it go through. I go end. He goes space. No cards in hand. Space. You know, back-to-back top decks of space. And that was my third Necro Valley. So Thor comes out, I lose. So that's recapping Atlanta. Although on the business aspect, I did really well. I bought a lot of cards, I did well, made some money. Um, it was an overall good trip. I bought some Vanguard, so guys, keep aware. I'm probably going to be reverting back to my old channel as like a Vanguard page, although I might just do it on this one. I haven't decided yet. So give me comments and feedback on what you guys want to see. If you want to make my UV2 page is also my Vanguard page, so that we could start expanding the game. Um, for those of you who already do play Vanguard, I do have some stuff, some promos, crested dragons. I already got rid of all my paladin stuff. Um, yeah, so hit me up. Let me know what you want. Comment down below. Subscribe, like, thumbs up, please. All that helps. And I also have a really, really good deck idea, but I'm not going to reveal it until Nationals. So once the meta plays out and I'll have everything sided properly for it, hopefully I'll do really well at Nationals, and this will be like the surprise deck, just like TG's was for last year. So anyway, Ref, Keeper, out. Later, guys.